It is time. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Game Skits. Today, and only today, I figured it is finally time for us to do a little Switch list ranking. Now, I actually kind of have two ideas for this. So, for this video specifically, I'm going to be giving you my personal top 10 favorite Nintendo Switch exclusives. Now, remember, these are my opinions, that's one, and two, these are exclusives. So sadly, no Hollow Knight, no Wargroove, no fucking, what the hell what's that other game people really love? The one I really like with the Rogue one where the reviewer ruined everything. What the fuck is it called? I'm gonna lose my mind if I don't remember. Dead Cells, that's what it is. So yeah, so none of those games is gonna be purely Switch exclusive titles, and I'm planning later this year on doing a top 100, and I figured right now is the best time in general to do this, since like we've got nothing else really coming to the Switch until Xenoblade at the end of May. So I figured now that we've had some time with Animal Crossing, it is finally time to traditionally go through this list. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Number 10 is going to be the first cheat of the only cheat, okay? So number 10, I'm going to be doing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Splatoon 2. So the reason I'm combining these two is because if you want to count purely as it being an exclusive game for the Switch, then go Splatoon 2. I would say Splatoon 2, obviously a fantastic game, a great shooter, so much content. The Octo expansion is actually one of my favorite single player campaigns. It's actually better than the main game one, and obviously the Splatoon gameplay is so fucking good. But if you were to say just exclusives, like just that are only on the console from Nintendo's IP or whatever, I'd say Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because obviously Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, what the hell else can I say about this game? It's phenomenal. It's got a million tracks. It's so polished. It's so fun. There's a reason that it's the #1 best-selling Switch game. It's because it's just fucking fantastic. And as much as I want a new Mario Kart, this game just still feels perfect. Number 9, Luigi's Mansion 3. Luigi's Mansion 3, I feel like, took me and a lot of us by surprise, right? I knew it was going to be an awesome game because I love Luigi's Mansion, but this game ended up being really special because it kind of it was a mix of the first game and the second game, where it took the kind of level-based structure of the first game, of the second game, but it also kept the tradition of having one big area like the first game, and I felt like this game nailed the puzzles. It was beautiful. It was super fun. The gameplay mechanics were cool. The new ghosts were awesome. The bosses were really cool. And it just felt so well done and so well made. And like it almost made and it sold insanely well. I think it's like what, 5-6 million copies. And like it just made me even happier to be a Luigi fan, and cool to see that they took a chance and they actually went, let's be creative. Let's do a pirate ship theme area. Let's do a fucking, a pyramid theme area. Let's go fucking wild and crazy, and I loved every second of it. Number 8 is actually a unique one, Astral Chain. Man, Astral Chain, let me tell you, this fucking game, I love it so much, dude. The action is so unbelievably good. The anime style is so over the top. Again, Platinum Games just making, once again, a unique, awesome fucking action hack and slash game. Like, the way you had the mechanic of having your left stick be you controlling your Legion while your right stick is you, and using your traditional buttons, and you two combining attacks together and your Legions combining moves. It's like this game oozed fucking style. It was super fun. It was so over the top, and it's like it checked every single box that I fucking love about a traditional Platinum game while being unique in its own right. Number 7, the most recent entry, I would say here, Animal Crossing New Horizons. Now, the reason this isn't higher or isn't lower or whatever is because obviously we are still in the very early phases of this game. I mean, this is a game that's going to be getting content throughout the year, and it's a game you need to let settle in for a while. But man, Animal Crossing has left an insane first impression after 3 weeks. I played it for about 125 hours, and it is just, it's so polished, it's so well done, it's everything about it is just peaceful, it's unique, there's something just addictive about the nature of like, okay, today I'm gonna work on this, right? But you never end up working on one specific thing because you get distracted doing another thing. You're like, you know what, let me cut down the trees on my island. Oh shit, wait, I got enough branches. Let me work on this DIY recipe. Oh, while I'm at this DIY recipe, it's like you end up doing 10 twists and turns and going to people's islands, people coming to your islands. The benefit of being able to play this game in my position where I can invite people, have fun playing around with others online, and it's just like, the game is just so well polished. It's easily the best one. Terraforming really changes things, how you move your island and place things and everything. It's like Everything about this game is everything I could have wanted in Animal Crossing and more, and I cannot wait to see what more updates come throughout the year. I hope they do stuff like island expansions, room expansions. I hope they add new facilities and shit, because I want it to be a little more bigger and fleshed out. Number 6, this is a personal favorite of mine, Super Mario Maker 2. Now, I know a lot of people have some issues with this game, mainly for the online, but it is undeniable to say that Mario Maker 2 oozes creativity. It adds so many new items and tools and themes over the first game that people went crazier and wilder with all the creations, right? It's a game I've had an unbelievably fun time, whether I play alone, whether it's playing in bed at night, whether it's making my own levels that I've seen people rage at. It's like the memories I specifically have with this game have been awesome, and it's a game that's so easy to jump in and out of, right? Like, it's a game you can go a month without playing and then jump back in and still have fun, because obviously it's Mario. The difference between a game like, I don't know, like Dreams or something other than Mario is like, Dreams, the physics are always going to be different because different people are making different shit. Whereas Mario, it's always the polished physics, and it comes down to people's level design. And more often than not in Mario Maker 2, I've come across creative and fun level design as opposed to a lot of shitty levels, which I remember the first game at. So I really love Mario Maker 2. Again, I wish they had updated it more. I wish the online was better, but for what we got, for the creativity, for the fun of 2D Mario, I fucking love it, and I'm very happy about it. Number 5, Fire Emblem Three Houses. Now, obviously, Fire Emblem Three Houses kind of took the Nintendo community by storm last summer, right? It came out at a perfect time, nothing was in its way, and it just felt like it was something. Now, seeing all the support conversations, falling in love with Edelgard, Claude, Dimitri, Sylvain, what the fuck's his name? Like, it's like all these characters from the houses that people end up falling in love with. I love the fact that there were 3 different playthroughs. I only played 2, I still gotta play a 3rd one, and the amount of memes that came out of it, whether it's like Flane or Lady Rhea or even the voice actors making funny voice gives, it's like this game's characters are some of the most beloved and special in the Fire Emblem series, and I think the story is really deep. It gets really dark towards the second half, but it has such awesome character interactions. The gameplay, I think, is just so fun. It's so Fire Emblem in the best way, where now it's not just about the weapon wheel. It's about you can customize any character to like be any class. Like they open the floodgates so much, and you can tell they obviously learned from Persona. And I can't wait to see how it fleshes out. Again, my one issue with the game is like, maybe it doesn't look the best, but either way, gameplay and story trumps all. Number 4, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, man. Xenoblade Chronicles, obviously a fucking phenomenal game. It's one of those games that just came, and obviously we knew following Xenoblade 1, which was incredible, Xenoblade X, which people really loved, and now this. It's like, Monolith Soft has proven that they are one of Nintendo's best decisions of all time, right? This game, it's anime as shit, but in the best way possible. It tells a really compelling and beautiful story. The characters are fucking fantastic. Obviously, I love my girl Mythra, right? And it's like, there's so much just about that world, right? Elysium and all these places that you go to, the beautiful environments. It's like, this game was really something special. It hits you hard with the emotional moments. I thought the gameplay was so good, so engaging. And it's like, everything about Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is awesome, from the soundtrack to the characters, gameplay, and everything. I highly recommend you play that if you haven't, and I'm excited for Xenoblade Chronicles. Number 3. Now, the top 3 are going to be a bit of the obvious ones, but hey, let's get through them. So, number 3 is Breath of the Wild. Man, a game like Breath of the Wild comes once every fucking millennium, every that 1,000 years, where it felt like a game where the world stopped for it, right? Where I'll never forget it, obviously associated with the Switch launch, but it was a game you couldn't escape Twitter for weeks without seeing people sharing clips of different ways they solved things or different things they found. I'll never forget the conversations I had about the game, and it's because it really broke the system of a traditional open world. It really wasn't, hey, literally go do what you want. If you think you're creative enough and bold enough to solve one of the hardest puzzles in the game, you probably can, right? It all comes down to the physics of that world, your own creativity, what you can do with the world. And it's like, it was a game I couldn't believe the amount of times I'd walk somewhere and be like, what's that? And I'd see a giant dragon, or walk there and go through a foggy forest. It's like, the game, other than the main like story paths, the 4 or 5 story paths, it's like, it really just lets you go and do whatever you want. And I'll never forget that experience. I think it's one of the most special games of all time. Number 2, Super Mario Odyssey. Man, Mario Odyssey feels like I feel like it's one of the most happiest games I've ever played, right? It's just a game that oozes joy. There's nothing sad about it. There's nothing serious about it. It's all about the fun and the creativity and the stuff about like how they designed kind of these open areas that you go through and you just collect a bunch of moons, man. You get lost for hours and hours. I love the creative bosses. I love Cappy as an idea, right? Because Mario has always been a series with power-ups and items and shit. So a way to make the enemies in that world, the power-ups, was really creative and clever. Again, I just think this game, whether it's Jump Up Superstar, whether it's stuff like New Donk City, whether it's the fucking Sand Kingdom, it's like this game just was so beautiful from the music to the style and everything about it. And it took over my life. I think I have like over almost 200 hours. I think I have 200 hours in that game, which is insane. And it's like, it's just a love letter to 3D Mario. And it's a love letter to Mario in general, whether it's like the 2D segments or the references it makes to Mario 64 and all this shit. It's like, it is just a special game, and I cannot wait till we eventually get a sequel. Number 1, obviously, is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, Smash, what else can be said about this game? I mean, besides the fact that I have a Smash podcast because of how much I love Smash, this game is just... It hits different than other Smashes, man, because this one is a gift to not just Smash fans, to fighting game fans, and it's like, it's a gift to Nintendo fans, it's a gift to gaming fans, right? The fact that they actually brought, like... I feel like sometimes we lose sight and don't really, like, fucking sit back and think, holy shit, every character from the series came back, and they're adding more, and Cloud is in this game, and Mario's in this game, and Sonic, and Ryu, and fucking Ridley, and Inklings, and Terry fucking Bogard, and the hero. It's like, this game is the gift that keeps on giving. Sakurai proved that he just loves video games, and this game pours that, whether it's the single player content in there, the online, or all this shit. It's like, while the online could be a bit better, it's like, this game is one of the most fun games ever made. I think it's like one of the, if not the best fighting game ever. I mean, that's personal, again, that boils down to differences, but it's like, Smash Ultimate is something I am not even joking when I think we've lived history having this game, because we might never get this shit again, and that's why it is the number 1, and it's such a special game, and I wonder what else in the Switch's future could take over. Because, man, this game is going to be remembered. We got fucking Joker from Persona 5. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, come on and sit down. Think about this shit. It is just a special video game from start to finish and everything about it. And it's like a game that's just so incredible to go to. And everything about it. It's the best Smash. It's got the best mechanics. It's got everything you'd want. And I fucking love it with my life. So there you have it. Those are my personal top 10 favorite Nintendo Switch exclusives. Again, my opinions, right? And obviously, there's so many more I could have included, right? I fucking love games like Yoshi's Crafted World. I would have loved to have shit like Octopath Traveler that I really love. I really love Mario Tennis Aces, one of my personal favorites and shit. So, no, I love the Switch. I think already the Switch is my favorite console of all time. And that's just purely on the Nintendo Switch exclusives. There's a ton more. And again, I think I will cover all those games once I do my top 100 Switch games later this year. I think maybe I'll do it in the summer, and that's going to be really fun. So anyways, that's it. That's all. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Let me know your favorite Switch games, and I'll see y'all later. Peace. I love you.